Welcome back to REDSTV. We're now located inside the stadium at 337 in the Hogan stand. We were blown off the bridge there. How are you, Glegs? We're blown off the bridge there. There's a heavy shower of rain. Just a few hellos. Nick Nally sent us a lovely message there. Hello to Nick. I don't know where in the world you are, Nick, but I know you always tune in to REDSTV. And thanks for your lovely comment this morning earlier, thanking us for the service we provide. So that's much appreciated. Where were we, lads? Before John Douglas came in, we were talking about key players, Rory.
Key players, yeah. Well, I mean, obviously we're going to focus on the Trim lads. We don't know too much about the opposition. You probably got to look for your senior players, you know, on times like this. You hope that, you know, the likes of CJ referenced James Toher, Alan Douglas obviously as well. You know, guys who have experience playing here in Croke Park, and hopefully they can use that experience, you know, to help the younger lads cross the line. But, you know, as CJ rightly said, it's probably only somebody that we might least expect is going to step up and be the key thing. But Trim have been very consistent all year, and it's been very difficult after any of the Trim matches to pick a man of the match, because the level of performance right throughout the field has been very, very consistent and very strong. And, you know, and I'm absolutely expecting that's what we'll get today. Yeah. You know, we've played, what, 20-21 games this season, so we're going to get that again today. We know that. Whether that's good enough, well, time will tell, John. Yeah,
I was very impressed with Owen O'Connor in the last two games especially. I know he's had a great season, and as they all have, and I don't really, but I think his work rate in the last two games, the Leinster final and the semi-final, was off the Richter scale.
Well, early in the year, Owen was outstanding, and then he had a foot injury which set him back, I'd say a couple of months, to be very honest. So he was slow. He was never not in danger of playing, but he was slow to get back into the run of things. And really, the last three games he's been outstanding. He scored a couple of points the last day, but it's more his work rate and what he's setting up, and even his tracking back, which is a feature of our forwards. If you watch the amount of dispossessions that Kieran Caulfield does, he's a half forward, but he has taken balls off the goal line. He has come back with his one-handed tackle, dispossessing, and then moved forward again. So, like, that kind of work rate is instilled by Kevin. We need all and more of that today. So let's hope it happens.
Yeah, let's hope it happens. Is right. Yeah, look, one of probably the unsung heroes that I see, and he goes about his job very quietly. You can hardly hear him, but you definitely see him on the pitch. It's Kieran O'Rourke.
Rory has been brilliant. He anticipates the game, John. If you watch him, the ball coming to him, he's not the tallest man. He's often been marked, you know, marking lads that are taller than him. But most times he comes away with the ball. He just gets his body in the right spot. A little nudge when he, you know, gets away with a little nudge here and there, just to win the ball. And he's always shows for the ball and links the play excellently. Yeah, but you're right. He's been very, very good. Another experienced man, and another man who's got experience here playing in Croke Park. He played the mid junior team a couple of years ago in the Leinster final. So yeah, absolutely, Kieran O'Rourke's been superb. Yeah,
we have a few lads with Croke Park experience. With Kieran, we have Dougie, and we have James Tower, who all played in Croke Park. I think Luke Morden might have as well at some stage. But that stands. It means feck all, but feck all I meant to say. But it does stand here. The midfield battle, CJ. I think the Derry team were kind of overrun in the first 20 minutes against the Kerry champions last Saturday. That'll be key, especially in Croke Park. It'll be key.
Yeah, our lads have been very, very good. They were probably a little quieter the last day. They're two very different footballers. Berkey is a fielder. Shawnee Fitz is more of a runner. But they complement each other very well. And maybe the fact they were slightly quieter the last day would mean that they'll burst out of the traps today. But they have been key. Kick-out strategy will be key as well. You know, I stood out there again without being emotional outside the Hogan stand to have a little look to see what way the wind was blowing. And to be honest, I think it's blowing more into the Hogan stand. There's the lunatics from Trim all arrived now. But it is blowing more towards the Hogan stand than favouring either end. So that makes it even more difficult. So it won't favour either team, but they definitely will have to work the ball to the 21 or the D before you have a shot. There won't be scores from 40 yards here today, John.
No, I hope not. Well, I hope there is, but yeah. But there's another thing about Croke Park. When you're down in the we say the Old Canal end, the Davin stand end, and you walk, even if on a calm day, if you walk down to the 50-yard line, and maybe between the 50 and 21 on the Hill 16 end, there's a swirling breeze there the whole time coming in around the both gables, and that'll be an awful lot worse today, I'd say. So I suppose our game as well is keeping possession of the ball and moving it by the hand. That suits our side of play.
It does, John. Yeah, and I think another factor, obviously, when you mention the conditions and the swirl and breeze, is free taking. Free taking is going to be tricky. It's going to take the free takers, Lynchy on our side. I don't know what lad takes the frees for Steelstown, but it'll take them a few minutes to get their eye in. And CJ has predicted outside maybe a low-scoring game in tricky conditions. So free taking could be key. So tricky conditions. So, but as you say, our style is we work the ball. We've got runners all over the field. It'd be no surprise, and we've seen it several times during the season, to see Dowling's been our furthest man forward. So, and him wearing a corner back. So we do run the ball. We seem to have great fitness. We've been very consistent. We've been lucky with injuries. I know CJ mentioned Owen O'Connor there, but other than that, we've been quite lucky with injuries throughout the whole year. So obviously, whatever strength and conditioning work has been done with the lads, has worked, because they've been superb, and hopefully they have the legs now to run for 60 minutes out here today.
Now, lads,
just the thing, John, several of the viewers are asking, where can you actually watch the match? Can you fill them in on that there?
Can indeed. It's live on YouTube on the TG Car YouTube channel. It's live and it's free from there. So hopefully you get the message here from REDSTV. Unfortunately, we were not able to live stream it. We're costing TG Car too much, so they couldn't pay us. Lads, just before we wrap, I'm going to do the usual predictions, CJ.
Oh, this is tough, John. We got it right the last couple of days. This is tough. During the week, I actually, talking to minority friends, I thought we'd be under an awful lot of pressure, but I did speak to another guy that's a member of this opposition backroom team, not backroom team, but he's a member of the club yesterday, and I now think that we're very, very evenly matched. We talked before on REDSTV about not being able to handle tight situations ourselves. This is going to be, in my mind, the tightest of the whole lot. I'm going to say a trim win by 1 point. It will be no more than that, in my opinion. And we need everything to go right for that also. Like, the bookies don't get too much wrong. We're underwhelming underdogs, and they don't get too much wrong. My heart is
that's Sean O'Rourke.
My head is somewhere else, but I just more out of hope. I hope we win. Obviously, I think it'll be very tight. 1 point I'm going for, and I hope to God it's on our side. Just one other thing. I want to say hello to John Ford, who's our biggest watcher in Boston, Cape Cod. Fantastic supporter, an old Trim player. To my brother-in-law Dave Howrahan, who's in Chicago watching, and to all overseas expats and players of Trim who we soldier with for many years. Enjoy the match, and please God, we are going to do it today for our club and county.
Yeah, please God, CJ. The little nails that I have left with a 1 point win, I'll probably be down at my first knuckle or second knuckle by that stage. Rory, your prediction?
Well, I'm going to stick with what I've said for the last couple of games, John. Trim by 2 points, but it's not going to be easy, and we're going to need everything to go our way. It could be we need a 15 minutes to stay in the park. We'll avoid black cards, keep our discipline, and hopefully we'll win. Great atmosphere, and John, I hope that's been picked up on the microphone here. The Trim crowd are starting to come in here now, and there's my own wife arriving there.
And Ferry is very excited there.
And Ferry and Rosemary here, all in their red and white. Turn around there, Elaine, and get them live on TV there. Look, there they are there. Look.
That's all the Trim fans coming in. John Ferry with his usual headband on, and his mother and father are there.
Yeah. So look,
there's the bowl Rosie Dowling there. No sandwiches for me today.
No sandwiches today, no. So we might just take our seats now, John, and hopefully we'll be back at half time.
Yeah, we'll just finish off
to extra time the other match.
The other game has gone to extra time. But my prediction is, and I'm going to give you an exact score, 2-14 to 1-11. You heard it here in REDSTV first. So from REDSTV until half time, enjoy the match if you're not here on YouTube, TG Car YouTube station channel, and if you're not here, and we'll talk to you at half time. Up the Reds, in red and white we do it right.